Well, lots of updates. Most importantly, Ben White. Then we got James Madison. Of course, we have some more updates as well. Yeah, the Belgian midfielder. Yes, I think today will be finalized. I've already felt that as well. That they've literally, he's already signed the contract, but still, I think that there was a little glitch that we need to just be worried about. So here's the first news that we have for you guys is of course the Brighton Argus, or via what they say the Brian Owen says that the Argus have been told there is currently nothing on the table they would accept for Ben White. Arsenal have shown the most interest. A well-placed source says it would take a number which makes it nonsensical to say no to move White. Okay, whatever. Moving on, so Fabrizio Romano says Sambi Lokonga can be considered an Arsenal player. Paperworks have been signed 3 days ago, official announcement soon. Talks progressing with Brighton for Ben White as main target while Saliba joins Olympique Marseille. Locatelli's priority is always Juventus, Arsenal still waiting. Well, not only that, well, according to Christy Franken, Arsenal will announce the signing of Sambi Lokonga today. Now he's already put up an article on dhnet.belgium, so it looks like he will be wearing number 48 for Albert Sambi Lokonga. Yes, of course, according to DH Lay Sports, the transfer of Sambi Lokonga to Arsenal will be official today, according to them, and he'll be wearing the number 48. Yes, according to the information from Belgium, Lokonga chose the number 48 in Arsenal. The official announcement is very close. But you know what? I don't give a damn about it. I'm not even excited. That's the problem with Arsenal. Even if they make the signings, you're not excited about. When they're officially announced, it's that. I'll tell you why. Why is this the case? Because I think when Arsenal in the January window got Matt Ryan, I was like, what? They got Matt Ryan. How did they get Matt Ryan? Nobody reported about that. I think if Arsenal wanted in this transfer window to work behind the carpet or behind the what they say behind the scenes, if they really had to do that, not like this, man. For Sambi Lokonga, literally I've been shouting, I've been really talking about it for more than a month now. Sambi Lokonga, Sambi Lokonga, Sambi Lokonga, literally, man. Anyways, whatever that is, I would not be pestering you guys more about it. Moving on, according to La Provence from Olympique Marseille, they say that after Marseille announced the arrival of Luan Perez and Pau Lopez, Saliba must be announced now, who is in Marseille since Tuesday morning. I think he got the number 2 shirt for Marseille. I think Saliba, that's what he got, if I'm not mistaken. So that is the crazy stuff that we would want to deal with for now. So talking about another source. Well, Kieran Tierney is back. Well, yes, Kieran is back, and how? Well, that's the beauty of it. Kieran Tierney. Well, he has actually cut his summer holidays in order to join up with the rest of the first Arsenal teams on their pre-season tour of Scotland. Already mentioned it before, Mail as well, but isn't that the sort of things that captains do? I actually posted on my community tab as well recently as in 3-4 months back, that something similar that Casemiro did when he saw that the team is actually perishing. So he actually cut short his vacation, came to the team and actually started training and got ready for the season. So that's champion stuff. Like, that's really captain's stuff. So yeah, according to Fabrice Hawkins, journalist, he says that Marseille and Arsenal are stuck on details for William Saliba, but the transfer should be finalized tomorrow. A 1-year deal, 1-year loan without any option to buy. Saliba will wear number 2 at Marseille. All the best to Saliba, man, for that beautiful thing. Moving on, another close update that Joe Willock. Now this is Joe Willock has always been a mystery in the recent times, because if we are offering him a new contract so that we protect his value, what if he goes out on loan in Newcastle? Newcastle really don't have that much amount to spend straight away up front, so they would actually get him on loan. So if they do get him on loan, the big question rises: what would be the price tag for the permanent transfer? Because if he goes out on loan and he does not perform exactly how he did towards last season. If that is not the case, what does that mean for Joe Willock's value? People say that if you want to sell him right now because that's his highest value. But okay, let's see where that will lead Arsenal. Well, let's talk about Hector Bellerin. Well, here's the update about Hector Bellerin. Daniel Longo says that Bellerin pushes to go to Inter Milan, his first choice, despite contacts with several Spanish clubs like Villarreal above all. Now Arsenal can sell on the formula loan with an option to buy. Nobody wants obligation, especially Inter Milan. They don't want an obligation, but I don't think so. That should be the basis of selling him, because Gianluca Di Marzio says that Bellerin has an agreement with Inter Milan and is pushing for the move. Arsenal are yet to respond to Inter's offer of loan with the option to buy. Well, not only Hector Bellerin, of course, Lucas Torreira also wants to leave Arsenal, but according to Alex Martin Rostan, he says that the Copa America was bitter for Lucas Torreira, and he regrets the way Uruguay got out of it. He says he will finalize the possibility of either staying in the Arsenal, but the offers that he has to return to Italian football are analysed, where he felt very comfortable. So he says that friendship with Luis Suarez and Jose Maria Jimenez and being led by Simeone was fundamental in Lucas Torreira's season in the Atletico Madrid, their title surge. They make the title have a very special feel, something that his family also felt was important. So his arrival at Boca Juniors official, but he recognized that Juan Roman Riquelme called him and even supported him when he suffered the loss of his mother. Likewise, it is a latent desire to be able to play for the Argentine club. Lucas Torreira is actually training himself in the gym of 18 de Julio Club, a team of which he is a fan of. And that every day the children come to ask for photos. The gym is called Lucas Torreira. So that is what is he doing right now. But let's see where that will lead to. So Lucas Torreira right now prefers a move to Italy, where he felt more comfortable, and his title surge with Atletico Madrid was really good, according to him. Lucas Torreira now trains in Frei Bentos to return to Arsenal. It was a very hard year for me, referring to the loss of his mother. That's what he said. So the title surge was unforgettable, is what Lucas Torreira said in that interview. So let me know in the comments, do you guys really want Lucas Torreira back? If you do, let me know in the comments. Not a bad option to have, but if Sambi Lokonga is there, Partey is there, you got Elneny. What is Torreira's role? Let's see. David Ornstein confirms one thing, that West Brom have rejected West Ham's bid for Sam Johnston. Below £10 million and unlikely. West Ham go much higher as free agent in 2022. Expected they press ahead for Areola on loan with buy option. Johnston also on Arsenal plus Spurs radar. So that's the player that Arsenal are looking into, Sam Johnston. But for now, a price tag lower than £10 million is not how you have to buy this player. It's going to take some time and some good valuation if someone is really interested to buy him, man. Also, again, another update about Hector Bellerin. Gazzetta dello Sport say that Arsenal do not want to send Bellerin out on loan with an option to buy and have rejected Inter's approach. Well, yes, the price tag is 20 million. Let me know in the comments, 20 million is a good price tag for Hector Bellerin. I believe so. I do believe so. So here's a bigger update about James Maddison. So according to Todo Fichajes, James Maddison is chosen by Mikel Arteta to take over the leadership of the team next season. I hardly doubt so, but okay. But Leicester City have offered to double James Maddison's wages in an attempt to keep him out of the grasp of Arsenal, according to Todo Fichajes. The Foxes have already promised the England international to double the salary he receives in Leicester, somewhere around €230 per week, and it would be necessary to reach an agreement with the Foxes to close this whole transfer talks. Well, it will not be easy to get his exit, since the footballer is a key piece in Brendan Rodgers' scheme. In principle, Leicester does not plan to facilitate the operation and will only sit down to negotiate starting at €65 million. That's the price tag. I don't agree 100% with what Todo Fichajes have to say. That's my thinking. But I think I'm pretty much sure Leicester will sell, or they will definitely listen to offers if you actually provide them a very good offer that they would not refuse. They might sell him. Why not? Why not? I think everyone has a price tag, but this whole contract situation, I think this is the only source that has provided that kind of update, that is sort of Fishages. I don't think so. I mean, James Madison, yes, he's in the plans of Leicester City, but them offering him double the amount of, no, I don't think so. No way. So with this, I'd like to end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you seek daily Arsenal content, best place to be. Consider subscribing. Cheers.